Welcome to an exciting journey. Before us lies the sprawling landscape of ancient Greece, a land shaped by the echoes of epic battles and the clash of bronze on bronze. Our adventure takes us back to a time when mighty city-states rose and fell, their fates intertwined with the art of war. We will explore the key tactics and battles that defined Greek warfare, from the sun-drenched plains of Marathon to the narrow pass at Thermopylae. This is the story of ancient Greek warfare, a tale of courage, innovation, and the enduring legacy of those who fought for glory and survival. Ancient Greece, a land of rugged mountains, sun-kissed islands, and a people driven by an unquenchable thirst for knowledge, exploration, and, inevitably, conflict. The Greeks were not just warriors, they were philosophers, artists, and pioneers in many fields. To understand the Greeks' mastery of warfare, we must first journey back to their origins, to a time when the seeds of their military prowess were sown. It was during the Bronze Age that the foundations of Greek military strategy began to take shape. Imagine a world where bronze was king, where iron was a precious and rare commodity. The Greeks crafted weapons and armor from bronze, giving them an edge in battle. In this era, the Greeks honed their skills, not on distant battlefields, but in constant skirmishes with their neighbors. These small-scale conflicts were training grounds for larger wars to come. These early conflicts, often sparked by territorial disputes or the desire for resources, were a crucible in which Greek military thinking was forged. The Greeks learned to adapt, innovate, and overcome. Over centuries, a distinct style of warfare emerged, one that emphasized discipline, courage, and the collective strength of the citizen soldier. The hoplite phalanx became a symbol of Greek military might. Unlike the vast, impersonal armies of later empires, the Greek armies were composed primarily of hoplites, ordinary citizens who took up arms to defend their home, their families, and their way of life. This sense of duty and honor was deeply ingrained in Greek culture. Their early victories against invaders, like the Persians, cemented their reputation as formidable warriors and sent a clear message to the rest of the ancient world. Greece was not to be trifled with. These victories were celebrated and became part of Greek lore and legend. The Greeks were quick to adopt new technologies and tactics, constantly refining their art of war to stay one step ahead of their enemies. They studied their adversaries, learned from their encounters, and improved their strategies. From the rugged mountains of the Peloponnese to the sun-drenched shores of Asia Minor, the Greeks fought and bled, their victories and defeats shaping the destiny of their civilization. Each battle, each conflict was a step in the evolution of Greek military might, leaving an indelible mark on history. Ancient Greece was not a unified entity, but a patchwork of independent city-states, each with its own distinct culture, government, and approach to warfare. This fragmentation, while often a source of conflict, also fostered an environment of intense military innovation, as each city-state strove to outmaneuver and overpower its rival. Sparta, a city-state shrouded in legend and renowned for its martial prowess, epitomized one end of the spectrum. From the moment of birth, Spartan citizens were groomed for war. Their lives were dedicated to rigorous physical training, strict discipline, and unwavering obedience to the state. Spartan hoplites, easily identified by their crimson cloaks and lambda-emblazoned shields, were considered the finest infantry in the Greek world. Athens, on the other hand, cultivated a different approach to warfare. While no less dedicated to defending their city, the Athenians embraced a more versatile and adaptable military doctrine. Their strength lay not only in their hoplites, but also in their powerful navy, a testament to their mastery of the seas. Each city-state, shaped by its unique geography, culture, and political realities, developed its own distinct approach to conflict, contributing to the rich and complex military landscape of ancient Greece. Imagine standing shoulder to shoulder with your comrades, a sea of bronze and flesh stretching out on either side. The air crackles with tension, the ground trembles beneath the weight of thousands of marching feet. This is the phalanx, the iconic battle formation that defined Greek warfare for centuries, a testament to the power of discipline, unity, and unwavering courage. The sight of the phalanx was enough to strike fear into the hearts of enemies, knowing they faced not just individual warriors, but a cohesive unit that moved and fought as one. The phalanx was more than just a formation, it was a living, breathing organism, each hoplite a vital organ, reliant on the man beside him. Equipped with a heavy bronze helmet, a breastplate, greaves, and a large round shield called a hoplon, the hoplite was a formidable warrior. These warriors trained rigorously, honing their skills and building the trust necessary to function as a single entity. The Hopland shield in particular was not just a piece of defensive equipment, it was a symbol of the hoplite's commitment to his comrades, as it protected not only himself but also the man to his left. But the true strength of the phalanx lay not in individual prowess, but in the collective might of its tightly packed ranks. Imagine a wall of shields, each overlapping the next, forming an impenetrable barrier against enemy attacks. The hoplites in the front rank would thrust their spears over their shields, creating a deadly forest of iron that could skewer an enemy before they even came within striking distance. This formation required immense discipline and coordination, as a single break in the line could spell disaster. The men in the rear ranks would push forward, adding their weight to the shield wall, ensuring that it remained unbroken and unstoppable. The phalanx was a masterpiece of both offensive and defensive capabilities. The hoplites would advance in unison, their shields interlocked, their spears thrusting forward with deadly precision. Skilled commanders, understanding these limitations, learned to adapt their tactics, utilizing terrain and flanking maneuvers to exploit any weaknesses in the enemy's formation. They would study the battlefield meticulously, seeking any advantage that could turn the tide of battle. The phalanx was not just a military tactic, it was a way of life. A testament to the Greek ideals of unity, strength, and unwavering resolve. In the heat of battle, the phalanx stood as an unbreakable wall, a symbol of the indomitable spirit of the warriors who fought within its ranks. At the heart of the mighty phalanx stood the hoplite, the citizen soldier who embodied the spirit of ancient Greek warfare. Unlike the professional armies of other civilizations, the hoplites were ordinary men. Farmers, artisans, merchants, who took up arms to defend their homes and their way of life. Their courage and sacrifice formed the bedrock of Greek military might. The life of a hoplite was one of discipline and dedication. From a young age, boys learned the art of war, training in wrestling, javelin throwing, and swordsmanship. Reaching manhood, they were expected to equip themselves with the necessary armor and weapons, a significant financial burden that reflected their status as citizens. The hoplite's panoply was a testament to both practicality and craftsmanship. His most iconic piece of equipment was the hoplance, a large round shield made of wood and covered in bronze. In his right hand, the hoplite wielded a dory, a 7 to 9 foot spear tipped with iron. To fight as a hoplite was a privilege and a duty, a testament to the ideals of civic responsibility and collective defense that lay at the heart of ancient Greek society. The battles fought by the ancient Greeks were not mere historical footnotes. They were epic clashes of civilizations, moments when the fate of empires hung in the balance. These battles were not just about territory or power, they were about the survival of a way of life, a culture, and a people. Two battles in particular stand out as testaments to Greek courage, ingenuity, and the enduring legacy of their military achievements: Marathon and Thermopylae. These battles have been etched into the annals of history, celebrated in stories, and immortalized in art and literature. In 490 BC, the Persian Empire, a vast and powerful force that had conquered much of the known world, set its sights on Greece, their target, Athens. The Persian Empire, under the rule of King Darius, sought to expand its dominion and subjugate the Greek city-states. The Persians landed at Marathon, a coastal plain north of Athens, their army vastly outnumbering the Athenian forces that stood against them. The Athenians, aware of the impending threat, called upon their allies, but help was slow to arrive. Despite being outnumbered, the Athenians, led by the general Miltiades, launched a daring attack, their phalanxes smashing into the Persian lines with incredible force. The Athenian soldiers, trained in the art of war, used their superior tactics and knowledge of the terrain to their advantage. The Persians, taken aback by the ferocity of the Athenian assault, broke and fled, suffering heavy losses. The disciplined and well-coordinated Athenian forces managed to turn the tide of battle, securing a decisive victory. The victory at Marathon was a defining moment for Athens and for Greece as a whole. It boosted the morale of the Greek city-states and demonstrated that unity and strategic brilliance could overcome even the mightiest of foes. It proved that the Persian Empire, for all its might, was not invincible. The Battle of Marathon became a symbol of hope and resilience, inspiring future generations to stand against tyranny and oppression. A decade later, another Persian invasion led by Xerxes threatened to engulf Greece. Xerxes, determined to avenge his father's defeat, amassed a colossal army and navy intent on crushing the Greek resistance once and for all. This time, the Greeks, united under Spartan leadership, chose to make their stand at Thermopylae, a narrow pass that offered a tactical advantage against the massive Persian army. The pass of Thermopylae was a strategic choke point where the numerical superiority of the Persians could be neutralized. For 3 days, a small force of Greek warriors, led by the Spartan king Leonidas, held back the Persian army, their disciplined ranks inflicting heavy casualties on the invaders. The bravery and sacrifice of Leonidas and his men became legendary, epitomizing the Spartan ethos of duty and honor. Though a tactical defeat, Thermopylae became a symbol of Greek courage and resistance against overwhelming odds. The stand at Thermopylae galvanized the Greek city-states, uniting them in their struggle for freedom and independence. The legacy of these battles continues to inspire and remind us of the enduring power of courage and unity in the face of adversity. And so our journey through the battlefields of ancient Greece draws to a close. We've witnessed the clash of bronze and the unwavering courage of warriors who fought not for conquest, but for their homes, their families, and their way of life. From the disciplined ranks of the phalanx to the ingenuity of their tactics, the ancient Greeks left an indelible mark on the art of warfare. Stay tuned for more adventures into the past.